In 2024, the average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the United States crossed $1,400. In cities like Los Angeles and New York, that number climbed past 2,000. But right now, thousands of people across the country are paying less than $25 a month for a place to sleep. They are doing it legally. Today we are covering 10 strategies they use, plus 5 mistakes that cost people hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And number 7 on this list is the one that catches everyone off guard. Number 1. Bureau of Land Management Land Rotation. The Bureau of Land Management controls over 245 million acres of public land across the western United States. That is more land than the entire state of Texas. And on most of that land, you can camp for free, legally, for up to 14 days. The approach that experienced full-time RV residents use is straightforward. They rotate between 2 or 3 BLM sites, spend 14 days in the desert outside Quartzsite, Arizona, then drive 60 miles south to another BLM area near Yuma, spend 14 days there, then move to a third spot outside Pahrump, Nevada. By the time they cycle back to the first location, the 14-day clock has reset. Total monthly cost for a place to park and sleep? $0. The only expense is the fuel to drive between sites, which typically comes out to about $15 to $20 a month. Think about that for a second. Someone is paying $20 a month, while the rest of us argue over whether $1,500 is reasonable for a studio apartment. But free land does you no good if you do not know where to park closer to town. That is where the next strategy comes in. Number 2. The Walmart Overnight Parking Strategy. This one has been around for decades, and it still works. Many Walmart locations across the country allow overnight parking in their lots. Not every store, but a significant number of them. The key is knowing which ones. Experienced road dwellers use apps and online databases that track which Walmart stores are overnight friendly. They pull into the lot after 9 in the evening, park near the back away from the entrance, and leave by morning. They keep their vehicle tidy from the outside. Nothing set up outside, nothing that signals someone is living in the vehicle. The important part is making yourself invisible. The people who get asked to leave are the ones who set up a full campsite in the lot, with chairs, awnings, and grills. The ones who park quietly and leave early can use this strategy for as long as they want. Some people have done this for months at a time without a single issue. Now, Walmart works when you are passing through. But what if you need a consistent spot you can count on every night? Number 3. Church and nonprofit parking agreements. This one takes a little more effort up front, but the payoff is worth it. Across the country, churches and nonprofit organizations offer overnight parking spots to people living in vehicles. In Los Angeles, the Safe Parking LA program provides designated lots with security guards, portable restrooms, and even case managers who help connect you with resources. San Diego has a similar program run by Jewish Family Service. But even outside of formal programs, many individual churches will give you permission to park overnight if you simply ask. The approach matters. You walk in during business hours, explain your situation respectfully, and ask if they would allow you to park in their lot overnight. A lot of them say yes, especially if you offer to keep the area clean. The real advantage here is safety. You are parking in a lot where someone knows you are there and has given you permission. That peace of mind is worth more than any campground reservation. Still, churches keep you in the city. If you want real solitude and wide open space, you need to know about this next option. Number 4. National Forest Dispersed Camping. National forests cover nearly 200 million acres across the United States. And unlike national parks, which charge entrance fees and require campsite reservations, national forests allow something called dispersed camping. That means parking anywhere outside of a developed campground, for free. You find a Forest Service road, pull off into a clearing, and set up camp. You will not find hookups, running water, or restrooms out here. But you also will not find a fee. You can stay up to 14 days in most national forests before you need to move. The people who do this well plan their water supply in advance. They carry 5 to 7 gallon jugs, fill them up at gas stations or campground spigots along the way, and budget their water use carefully. A seasoned, dispersed camper can stretch 5 gallons across 3 to 4 days without any trouble. That is about as bare bones as it gets. But what if you could get the same free parking and add electricity, water, and sewer hookups on top of it? That is exactly what the next strategy delivers. Number 5. The Campground Host Exchange. This is one of the best-kept strategies in the full-time RV world. State parks, Army Corps of Engineers campgrounds, and even some private campgrounds offer a deal. You volunteer a set number of hours per week, usually around 20, and in exchange you get a free campsite with full hookups. That means electric, water, and sewer connections at zero cost. Some campground host positions even include a small stipend on top of the free site. The work is light, greeting visitors, cleaning restrooms, basic maintenance, collecting firewood. Nothing that will wear you out. 20 hours a week for free electricity, water, and sewer. That is a better deal than most apartment leases in this country. The catch is that these positions are competitive. They fill up fast, especially in popular locations. The smartest applicants apply 6 to 12 months in advance and target lesser-known state parks or Corps of Engineers facilities where there is less competition. Now, all 5 of those strategies work great if you are out in the countryside or in a small town. But what about people who need to stay in or near a major city? Number 6. Stealth urban parking rotation. For people who need to stay close to a city for work, family, or medical appointments, stealth parking is the go-to strategy. The idea is simple. You park your van or car on a city street overnight, sleep inside, and leave early in the morning before anyone notices. The veterans of this approach follow what is sometimes called the 3-night rule. Never park in the same spot more than 3 nights in a row. Rotate between 4 or 5 locations throughout the week. Industrial areas near warehouses tend to work well because there is little foot traffic after business hours. Hospital parking lots are another option because vehicles coming and going at all hours is normal. The exterior of your vehicle matters more than the interior. A plain white cargo van with nothing on the outside blends into any parking lot or street. The people who draw attention are the ones with solar panels on the roof, condensation on the windows, and camp chairs strapped to the back door. But if stealth parking sounds like too much work, the next strategy might surprise you. It is probably the most unexpected one on this entire list. Number 7. Casino parking lots. This one catches people off guard, but it is incredibly common in the Southwest and Midwest. Many casinos, especially tribal casinos in Arizona, New Mexico, and Nevada, allow free overnight parking in their lots. Some even welcome RVs openly. The arrangement is straightforward. You park for free, and maybe you walk inside and spend a few dollars at a slot machine, or grab a meal at the buffet. The casino gets foot traffic, and you get a safe, well-lit parking lot, with security cameras and sometimes even dump stations nearby. Yeah, you heard that right. Free parking, security cameras, and sometimes a buffet dinner. Casinos figured out something that landlords have not. There are entire communities of RV travelers who plan their routes around casino parking lots across the Southwest and Midwest. Some casinos even have designated RV areas with level concrete pads and hookup stations. The next strategy takes things a step further. Instead of just free parking, what if your job actually provided the housing? Number 8. Seasonal work housing deals. Every fall, Amazon runs a program called Camper Force. They hire seasonal workers to help in their fulfillment centers during the holiday rush, and they provide free RV parking at campgrounds near the warehouse. Full hookups included. Some workers report earning $15 to $18 an hour on top of the free housing. But Amazon is not the only option. Sugar beet harvests in North Dakota and Minnesota hire seasonal workers and provide free RV pads. National park concession companies like Xanterra hire seasonal staff and offer subsidized housing, or RV sites, at dramatically reduced rates. The real strategy is stringing together 2 or 3 seasonal positions throughout the year. Work the Amazon season from October to December. Pick up a campground host position from April to September. Fill the gaps with BLM land camping in between. Total annual housing cost? Often under $200 for the entire year. Under $200 for an entire year. That is less than a single electric bill in some parts of the country. If you are finding this helpful, consider subscribing. We cover cost-cutting strategies, alternative housing, and full-time RV living every single week. If you want all 10 of these strategies in one place, plus a few that did not fit into this video, I put together the Van Life Savings Manual. The link is in the description below. It covers the full annual cost breakdown and the route planning system that ties everything together. Number 9. Truck stop memberships. For people who travel frequently and need reliable overnight parking along interstate highways, truck stop loyalty programs are a low-cost solution. Pilot Flying J and Love's Travel Stops both offer free membership programs that include access to overnight parking, showers, and Wi-Fi. The parking itself is free at most truck stops. The memberships give you discounts on showers, which typically cost about $15 per visit at full price, but drop to around $10 or $12 with a loyalty card. Buying a monthly shower pass at certain locations brings the cost down even further. By building a network of 3 or 4 trusted truck stops along a regular travel route, you can maintain hygiene, internet access, and safe overnight parking for roughly $10 to $15 a month. That covers 2 of the biggest concerns people have about living on the road, and it costs less than a single meal at a sit-down restaurant. And for those stretches between truck stops, there is one more option that costs nothing at all. Number 10. Rest area and welcome center rotation. This is the most basic strategy on the list, but it works. Many states allow overnight parking at highway rest areas and welcome centers. Some states, like Wyoming and Montana, have no time limit at all. Others, like Florida and Georgia, allow parking for up to 24 hours. The experienced travelers know which states are friendly and which ones are not. They plan their routes accordingly, using rest areas in welcoming states and avoiding those with strict enforcement. Safety is the main concern with rest area overnighting. The best practice is to park near other trucks and RVs, keep your doors locked, and leave early in the morning. Having a carbon monoxide detector inside your vehicle is non-negotiable at any overnight parking location, rest area, or otherwise. Now, those are the 10 strategies, and every single one of them works. But knowing what works is only half the picture. The other half is knowing what to avoid. Because for every person saving hundreds a month with these strategies, there is someone else who made a single bad decision and lost everything they saved in one afternoon. These next 5 mistakes cost people real money, and in some cases, cost them their vehicle or their freedom. Mistake number 1. Ignoring local ordinances. Every city has its own rules about vehicle dwelling and overnight parking. Some cities are relatively tolerant. Others will hit you with a $200 to $500 ticket for sleeping in your vehicle within city limits. Places like Los Angeles have passed specific vehicle habitation laws. San Francisco has strict overnight parking enforcement. The mistake is assuming that what works in one city works everywhere. Someone who parks freely in Flagstaff might get a citation the same night in Phoenix. The solution is researching local laws before you arrive. Online forums and RV communities maintain updated databases of friendly and hostile cities. Checking those databases takes 5 minutes and can save you $500. That $500 ticket will eat through 20 months of savings at $25 a month. One bad night undoes almost 2 years of smart planning. Mistake number 2. Skipping vehicle insurance adjustments. When you switch to living in your vehicle full-time, your first instinct is to keep your standard auto insurance policy. That is a problem. Standard auto insurance covers the vehicle for driving. It does not cover your belongings inside the vehicle, and it does not cover liability for incidents that happen while you are parked and living in it. If someone breaks into your van and steals your laptop, solar setup, and camping gear, your standard auto policy will likely deny the claim. You need to either add a personal property rider or switch to a specialty insurance provider that covers full-time vehicle dwellers. The cost difference is usually only $30 to $50 a month, but the mistake of not having it can cost thousands when something goes wrong. Mistake number 3, running a generator at the wrong time. Portable generators are a lifeline for RV dwellers who need electricity for cooking, charging devices, or running a small heater. But running a generator at the wrong time in the wrong place is one of the fastest ways to get a knock on your window from law enforcement. Most campgrounds have quiet hours, typically between 10 at night and 7 in the morning. Cities have noise ordinances that generators easily violate. Even in BLM areas where generators are technically allowed, running one after dark draws attention from neighboring campers. The fix is timing your generator use. Run it during midday when ambient noise is higher. Invest in a quiet inverter generator rather than a cheap construction-grade unit. Or better yet, build a solar panel and battery setup that eliminates the need for a generator entirely. A basic 200-watt solar panel and a lithium battery can cover most electrical needs for a one-time cost of about $400 to $600. Mistake number 4. No mail forwarding or legal domicile. When you give up a fixed address, you lose more than just a mailbox. You risk losing access to banking services, government benefits, vehicle registration, driver's license renewal, and health insurance. Every state requires a physical address for these things, and a P.O. box does not always qualify. The fix is establishing legal domicile in a full-timer-friendly state. South Dakota, Texas, and Florida are the 3 most popular choices because they have no state income tax, and they make it easy to establish residency with a mail forwarding service. Companies like Escapees RV Club and America's Mailbox in South Dakota provide a physical street address, scan your mail, and forward packages to wherever you are. Setting this up costs around $100 to $150 per year. Failing to set it up can lock you out of services that cost thousands to re-establish, or worse, leave you unable to renew your driver's license when it expires. For anyone collecting Social Security, managing a pension, or drawing from retirement accounts, this is not optional. Your benefits depend on having a valid state of residence on file. Get it set up before you hit the road, not after. Mistake number 5, neglecting vehicle maintenance. Your vehicle is your home. If it breaks down, you are not just stranded on the road, you are stranded without shelter. And the number 1 cause of catastrophic vehicle failure for full-time RV and van dwellers is deferred maintenance. An oil change costs $30 to $50. A transmission rebuild costs $2,000 to $4,000. The math is obvious, but people skip it anyway. They tell themselves they will get to it next month. Then, next month turns into 6 months, and 6 months turns into a blown head gasket in the middle of the Nevada desert in July. The fix is a simple maintenance checklist. Check your oil every 2 weeks. Rotate your tires every 5,000 miles. Inspect your coolant level monthly. Test your battery terminals for corrosion. Keep a small notebook in your glove box and log every check. These are 15-minute tasks that prevent $1,500 emergencies. If you are living full-time in your vehicle, or seriously thinking about it, treat it the way a homeowner treats their foundation. Without it, everything else falls apart. So there it is. 10 real strategies that keep monthly housing costs under $25, and 5 mistakes that can burn through your savings faster than any rent payment. The common thread across all 10 is planning. The people who make this work are not winging it. They research their routes, they know the local laws, they maintain their vehicles, and they stay 3 steps ahead of the problems that catch everyone else off guard. If this was useful, hit subscribe. Next week, we are breaking down the full cost comparison between full-time RV living and apartment living for people on a fixed income. We are talking insurance, food, fuel, maintenance, all of it side by side. You might be surprised which one actually costs more. That video is on screen now.